Hello and welcome to this new video. I'm really sorry that we had some problem with the live streams, that you cannot get the audio in both the videos. So in this video I'm going to explain you how to download and fill the forms. Why I'm making this video? Because I'm getting lots of comments and messages from different countries that they want to know how they can download and how to fill these forms, and they need some help on and ideas for एक्चुअली कंप्लीटिंग देयर फॉर्म्स. तो हम आज की वीडियो में ये सारा डिस्कस करेंगे. आपने डाउनलोड कैसे करने हैं फॉर्म्स और उसके बाद फिल कैसे करने हैं. तो चलें स्टार्ट करते हैं. सबसे पहले मैंने आपको वेबसाइट बताई थी. So I already told you that Study in Korea is an official website, and then you can go to the notice and GKS notice. There you will find embassy and university track for undergraduate degrees, and you can read this all details given, and at the last part of this post they are giving you all the English guidelines, Korean guidelines, frequently asked questions. This is very important for you as well, because if you are confused about something, you should read this file. You can get the idea, or maybe indirectly you can get the answer to your question. And here is the application form. This is actually not the one form. There are around about 5 or 6 application forms here in this file. It is in the same file, and available departments and the universities, and there is poster for the and this स्कॉलरशिप प्रोग्राम. तो आपको यहाँ से फॉर्म, इंग्लिश गाइडलाइन और यूनिवर्सिटीज़ और डिपार्टमेंट्स की डिटेल सारी यहाँ से मिल जाएगी. ये सारी आपने डाउनलोड्स कर लेनी है फाइल्स. ये आप डाउनलोड ना करें बिकॉज इट इज़ इन कोरियन, तो इसको आप रहने दें. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट है, अगर आप पाकिस्तान से अप्लाई कर रहे हैं फॉर एग्जांपल, तो कोरियन एम्बेसी इन पाकिस्तान अगर आप गूगल में लिखें तो ये overseas.mofa.co.kr ये ओपन होगा. इसके अंदर आप जो है वहाँ पे जाएंगे बोर्ड पे, इनके जो नोटिस बोर्ड होता है उसमें, तो आपको ये इस तरह से GKS या ग्लोबल कोरिया स्कॉलरशिप प्रोग्राम, you can find the details, the guidelines, and the further the deadlines and everything is mentioned here, because the deadline is on the 15th October 2020. So now I already downloaded these forms here, and I'm going to explain to you how you can fill this. Person in charge and signature, this you should not fill here because it is for the embassy or the university. You should write your name here, given name, surname, and country, address, and the degree applied for. If you are applying for the bachelor, then tick this one, and if you are applying for associate degree, you can tick here. And difference between the bachelor's degree and associate degree I explained in the previous 2 videos, and if you have any question you can directly write in comments. So you have to actually attach these all the forms. There is some checklist for the required documents. Application form 1, which I will explain later. Personal statement, it is form 2. Study plan is form 3. 2 letters of recommendation, it is form 4. And GKS applicant agreement, form 5. Personal medical assessment, form 6. And these 2 forms are actually just a formality, but you have to take yes or no in these forms. And for this form you have to just write the name and sign it, and directly submit it. And if you are applying to the embassy track, you need 3 photocopies of your original documents. What are original documents? I explained in the previous 2 videos that how you can make your photocopy of your document as an original document. So you should carefully listen to the previous videos and note down what is the process to get these copies attested. And if you have to send the authorities some photocopies of your, or certified copies of your graduation certificate from secondary school and higher secondary school, or grade 12 transcript and degrees, and the citizenship for both you and your parents. It is like the passport or ID card of your country or family relation certificate. If you have any, this form is actually optional. Until this everything is mandatory, you should send these things. But if you have any award or certificate, you can tick mark this or write the number of awards attached with this application. If you have topic level 1 2 3, you can mention here. English certificate mean IELTS, TOEIC or TOEFL, so you can mention it here. And these forms are for the overseas Korean, so you do not have to worry about these forms, so you can just cross these three forms. Now I'm going to explain form number 1, which is the real application form for GKS scholarship 2021. So you are applying for the embassy track, then you can take here. If you are interested for your university track, you can directly take this one. Application for the general or overseas, definitely you are international student, so you are applying for the general, or maybe you are applying for the embassy as well. Here someone was asking me that he or she is from the arts group or the arts major, then she can apply to this category and tick mark here. Or if you are from science, engineering, technology, computer science, you can check this option. And if you are from liberal arts and social sciences, you can check this option. One of these you should select according to your major field. And the degree applied for bachelor's, here you have to write your name, formalities, for example gender and the photo, and the date of birth, age, citizenship, address, uh, high school name, write your school name and the city or country, and phone or mailing address. And if you have any score in English or Korean certificate, then you can write or mention the band or the level of your the language proficiency. And if you have any awards, you can write here. You can just write it in computer, and you can take a printout of it and sign and at the end, or you can write it by your hand. So handwritten forms are also okay for this application form, but the later forms are required to be filled with in the Microsoft Word. If you are applying for the embassy track, you can choose 3 universities from type A and type B universities. I already explained type A and type B in my previous video, so I hope you got the idea about the type A and type B universities and the field or division out of these 3 divisions, and then the department and major, for example mechanical engineering and mechanical or engineering. So you can write these 3 choices. And if you are applying to the university track, you can only select one university and field and department and major. So recently attended schools here. First of all, the most recent and the previous one, and the previous one, whatever you want to mention. At least you should mention 2 schools here. If you are changing schools after 2 year or 3 year. If you are in the same school for last 4 years, you can mention only one school and write the name, period here, 2 year, 4 year, 6 year. Write the date. For example, you attended from 2016 to 2020, and then school name or institute name and the country and the city. For the grades, you can write simply the marks obtained over total marks. And because in our countries mostly the system is annual, so you should write just one column here and cross these all 3 or delete these 2. Okay, second and third one. And in the first year you can say it is for your 9th grade and 10th grade, 11th and 12th, or first year and second year. Write the total marks and the obtained marks, total marks and the obtained marks. And here you can write cumulative GPA or CGPA. How you can convert these scores or marks into GPA, the chart is given in this application guideline, which is in English. At the end of this guideline, they provide you some chart to convert GPA and marks. Sorry, it is at the page 29, maybe, yes. So you can select scale 4. So if you got 90% marks, then you can write 3.49 to 3.57 over 4 scale. So you can mention any scale here. and the ranks you can mention because it is actually the percentile score percentile. Here you can also write if you are among the top 5%, then you can write 95% percentile according to your school and or your board of examination, or is and from rank you can write if you stood fifth in your class of 100, then you can write fifth over 100, and here you can again write fifth over 100, maybe third over 100, and here you can mention for the class of 100. You can change a little bit according to your situation or the condition or the common examination system, or you can write A plus grade, A plus grade, and mention the CGPA or GPA. And the letter of recommendation, you need to write the name of the recommender, mean the principal or teacher of your previous school, position, his position is science teacher, principal, or just a mathematics teacher or chemistry teacher, organization or his school name, and phone number and email. For both you need only two recommendation letters. Previous visit to Korea, if you already have been to Korea, then you can mention it here or leave it blank or cross this one. And if you received any scholarship from Korean government, then you can mention here, but I think most of you don't have any background for the Korean scholarship, so you can leave it or cross it and write the name and the signature and the date. So the most important part is personal statement and study plan. So in the personal statement you have to mention the motivation for the program, why you are interested for this program and why they should select you, and then you should give your family background and your educational background, what you got related to your desired field, and what subject you studied related to your major selected for the BS degree or for the associate degree. And then you should mention significant experiences you had. If you are interested in mechanical engineering, then you should mention about some your interest in some mechanical or mechanics or mechanisms related to these mechanical machineries, and then you have some risks taken, you moved from your village to the some other city to get the education or to join a world class or excellent institute in your country, and then your achievements, you may got some good grades, you achieved A plus grade, or you stood first, second, or third in your class, and something related to this, and persons or events that have had a significant influence on you. So you should mention the inspiration here, who inspired you to become a mechanical engineer, why he inspired you, what you feel about his life, and how you want to be like him and why you want to be like him. तो आपको वहाँ पे अपनी मोटिवेशन देनी है, फिर आप फैमिली और एजुकेशन का बैकग्राउंड देना है, आपने कौन कौन से सब्जेक्ट पढ़े हैं जो आपको हेल्प आउट करेंगे और उनमें आपके ग्रेड्स क्या थे, फिर आपका एक्सपीरियंस क्या है इस फील्ड से रिलेटेड, फॉर एग्जांपल के मोटिवेशन से रिलेटेड क्या है, कौन सी चीज़ें आपको अट्रैक्ट करती हैं इस फील्ड से रिलेटेड। उसके बाद रिस्क, आप अगर कोई ऐसा रिस्क लिया है, जैसे कुछ लोग होते हैं विलेज से होते हैं तो वो सिटी को मूव कर जाते हैं और सिटी से वहाँ एजुकेशन हासिल करते हैं, तो दे आर लिविंग आउटसाइड। और बाकी भी कुछ ऐसा हो सकता है लाइक कि आपके पहले मार्क्स कम थे, फिर आपने रिस्क लिया, आपने एफएससी की, तो एफएससी में आपने बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत की टू अचीव द गोल, और फिर आपके अचीवमेंट्स यहाँ पे मेंशन कर दें, जो आपके ग्रेड्स वगैरह हैं, या आपने कोई ऐसी एक्टिविटी की है, ऐसा कोई अवार्ड विन किया है, और फिर पर्सन्स जिन्होंने आपको इंस्पायर किया है, जिनसे आप मुतासिर हुए हैं और अब आप उन्हीं की तरह बनना चाहते हैं। तो या कोई बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग पर्सन था जिसकी बैकग्राउंड नहीं था किसी खास फील्ड में, या बहुत गरीब था और फिर वो मेहनत की और मेहनत करके किसी मकाम या किसी पोस्ट पर पहुंचा है, तो आप उसको मेंशन करते हैं। फिर एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़, क्लब एक्टिविटीज़, community services activities or work experiences you can mention here, and you can describe awards you received and publications at this level you don't have, I think, skills you have acquired, time management skills or these type of skills you can mention, or you are a very hardworking person, and you can mention it here. And you should write the within the 2 pages. It should not be more than 2 pages, and it should not be less than 1.5 page. So I suggest you to write at least 1.5 page or more than 1.5 page. Mean if you answer these all questions within 3 to 4 line or paragraph, then it will be easy for you to get this form written really well. So the study plan is how you will study here, how you will learn English and Korean, and what is your plan for the future. So there are some questions mentioned that how you will improve your Korean language and English language before coming here and after coming to Korea. So you can mention some YouTube channels or websites that you started learning Korean language and you are practicing by yourself, and it will help you to improve your basic Korean skills. And after coming or after joining any university here in Korea, you will attend the classes regularly, and you will interact with the teachers and the staff or the other students there to learn Korean, and you will interact with the local community to improve your Korean language, and it will help you to get more background in Korean language. So you can explain the goal of study and detailed study plan. What is your goal for this study, what you want to achieve here? For example, if you are going for the mechanical engineering, so what actually you think you can achieve, and what is your goal after for example why you are doing this mechanical engineering degree. And after that, detailed study plan, how you will study here, what will help you to study here. And you can mention some facilities provided here for the for example library, books, and also you can mention your extracurricular activities to stay fit here, for example gym and sports with the study, and balanced life. So I think one paragraph will be enough here, and one or two paragraph here. And you should write at least not more than 3 pages, maybe 2.5 page. Future plan in Korea or another country after study in Korea. So you should write that why you are interested for mechanical engineering, and what are your plan for the future, if you want to be a mechanical engineer in industry, or you want to continue your studies to further research in these topics, or you want to invent something, and or you want to even start your business here or in any other country or your home country. So first of all you should write future plan in Korea, and then after that you can write your future plan for the other country, or you can start some collaboration from these universities to universities in your home country, and you can help your home countries to grow and in the field, and help the students in that country to achieve their goals and do well in this field. For the recommendation letters, you need to mention name and nationality and address and degree and intended major, and you should give this printed form to your recommender, your principal or your teacher, and he will answer these questions on the separate page. And he can write maybe 2 to 3 paragraph, not the very lengthy one, but the short and to the point. And he can write name, signatures and positions, Google address, phone number. And after filling this form and writing your recommendation letter, he should take 3 copies, or should make 3 copies of that same letter and this page, and sign all the copies, and enclose it all 4 letters in an official envelope. Even if he don't have an official envelope, you can ask him to enclose it in a general envelope or the post office envelope, and he can sign the back flap where you want to make the seal to close this envelope, and then he can give it to you, and you can directly send to the embassy or the university. But remember, it should be sealed. Please return this form and your recommendation letter sealed in an envelope. So please take care that it should be sealed in an envelope. So because the embassy or the university want this as a secret document from the recommender, and this is just the formality. You should agree to all the conditions here and write the name and sign and date. Again, agree and write name, date and signature. Medical assessment is also a formality at the first level, and you should just write answer to these questions if you have yes or no answer to these, and mention your height and weight, and if you have any remarks you can explain here, and the conversion table for the GPA is given here. So I hope this video will help you to fill these forms, और आप apply करेंगे, और apply करना आप ना भूलें, और apply at least 10 days before the deadline. You should send all the documents at least 10 days before the deadline. For example, for the Korean embassy in Pakistan, the deadline is 15th October, so you should send your documents by 5th October. So it can be delayed by any reason, so you will be on the safe side if you apply 10 days before the deadline. Do not wait for the deadline week or the deadline day, and embassy will not accept the personal visit and submission of the application forms by the personal visit. You should send these forms through the of registered courier service, DHL or anyone is okay in Pakistan, or if you are applying for any other country you can send accordingly. I hope you got all the ideas, and you can directly contact to the embassies in these countries, and the phone number and the email ID is given. So if you have any question related to embassy, you can directly connect to them by the email or by the phone number or the fax number. And even if you are looking for university staff for the embassy track, then you can find out the university name and the details here. And also for the university staff for the university track, it is different than the embassy track, so you can directly write to them. It is better to write them email so that they can get the better idea of your question and they can reply accordingly. So take care. Thank you.